Good morning, girls. I hope you all are safe and fine and you must have enjoyed your vacations. Now, after the vacations, let's come back to the studies. And in science, we will start with a new chapter, chapter number 11, that is reproduction in plants. This chapter was left. We did the other chapters first, but now we will come back to this, that is reproduction in plants. What do you mean by reproduction? Reproduction means producing a new specimen, producing a new specimen of that particular plant, okay, either from the same plant or by mixing two plants, right? So what is reproduction? Reproduction is giving birth to a new species, to a new plant from the original plant, or by mixing two male and the female parts of a plant. Okay, so that is called reproduction. Reproduction is giving birth to a new plant. Now this reproduction can be done in three different ways in the plants. Okay, first way is asexual reproduction. What is asexual reproduction? This is a kind of reproduction in which only the single parent plant, that is, there is no mixing of male and female parts of the plant. The single parent plant, it gives birth to the new plant, or it gives rise to a new plant. Okay, the single plant is involved in that, right? That is asexual reproduction. And under asexual reproduction, we will study about how they give rise to the new plant either by budding or by fragmentation or by spore formation. We will study these three. Now on the next method is the vegetative propagation. What do you mean by vegetative propagation? Vegetative propagation is another type of reproduction in which a particular part of the plant, reproduction from the vegetative part of the parent plant. What happens? You must have seen a potato, right? When you keep potato up for some days, what happens? A small bud comes out from there, a green kind of bud, right? And that bud is actually giving rise to a new plant. So that means it has come out from a portion called eye. This is a potato, and from where it comes out, that portion is called eye. So that eye is the vegetative part of this plant, and that part is giving rise to a new plant. So the new plant has been formed, or new plant forms from one of the particular vegetative part of that particular plant. Okay, so that is vegetative propagation, and vegetative propagation can be done by the natural means and by artificial means. And third is a sexual production. Sexual reproduction means where the male and the female gametes, or the male and the female parts of either the same plant, they are involved. In the same plant, in some plants there is a female part also and a male part also. They both get mixed with each other and they give rise to a new plant. Or sometimes what happens, the male plant is different and the female plant is different, right? And from here the pollen grains, they get mixed up with this male plant, so they get mixed up and they give rise to the new plant, or they give rise to the new seed from where a new plant can be risen up, right? It can happen within the same plant also. It can happen between the two plants also. So this is sexual reproduction, right? So first let's start asexual reproduction, in which only the parent plant is involved, only the one plant is involved. So here we will start the budding. What happens in budding? Now budding, see, it is seen in the organisms like yeast. Yeast is also a kind of plant. First of all, earlier we used to keep them in the different group. They were earlier they are also considered as plants only, the yeast. What is budding? Budding, a bulb-like projection called a bud. See, it projects, or it protrudes from the body of the parent organism. Okay, so it is involving the organism. This yeast is an organism. We are doing reproduction in plants also, and we are doing reproduction in the organisms also. Okay, earlier they were a part of the plant only, but now they have been classified into a different group. So that's why we have to study this also. So what is budding? First understand. In budding what happens, this is a yeast. A bulb-like projection, a bulb-like this structure comes out. It pops out from the parent plant, parent organism. Okay. And this bud continues to grow. It keeps on growing until it detaches itself from the parent cell. So what is happening? There is one organism called yeast. From here the bud comes out. Okay. This bud, it keeps on growing. It keeps on growing big till finally it gets detached from the parent plant. It gets detached. It forms a separate organism. So it is giving rise to the new organism like this. Okay. So this detached cell then continues to live as a whole new individual cell. So this detached bud, the bud which has grown, now it has got detached, it behaves like an individual organism. Okay, it is different from it, it has got detached, now it will live separately, So this is called budding. The new cell formed is identical to the parent cell. So this is identical to this. All the features will be identical to it. Okay, so this is called budding. I hope this is clear. So it takes place in yeast, in the organism called yeast. Second, we come to the fragmentation. From the word only it must be clear, fragmentation, fragments. That means a parent plant, there is a parent plant or an organism, it gets broken into the fragments. It gets divided into small parts, fragments. And then each fragment, it gets detached from the parent one, from the parent organism, and it leads a life of individual organism. See, fragmentation is seen in algae like Oscillatoria and Spirogyra. Okay, algae. The body of the parent plant breaks into fragments, and each fragment can grow to function as a new individual. So earlier, yeast is a type of fungus. Fungus and algae were earlier classified as plants, but now they have been put into separate groups. So this takes place in this Oscillatoria and Spirogyra. See here, this is Oscillatoria. This is a kind of a plant. So here what happens, it gets broken into parts, into fragments, and each fragment then it lives as an individual, separate individual. So it is giving rise to the new plant or the new organism. This is fragmentation. Then we come to the spore formation. What is spore formation? Spores are the tiny spherical single-celled bodies produced for the purpose of reproduction. What happens? See, in this plant, what is happening here? The spores are formed. Spores are the small spherical single-celled bodies. So this is a plant. Suppose this is a plant. Then on the tip of the plant, there are some spores, they get formed. These are single-celled bodies. Okay. They are produced and released from specialized structures of the plant body. These spores can remain dormant during the harsh weather conditions. Okay. What happens? These spores are formed by the plants only, and during the harsh weather conditions, what happens? They remain dormant. Dormant means they'll remain alive, but they are not active. And when the weather conditions, they become very comfortable or they become favorable, then what happens? Then they grow into a new plant. Mosses, ferns, fungi, etc. They reproduce by this method. So simple, the plants, they are producing this spores. These are spores. And these spores, they remain inactive during the harsh weather conditions. But when the weather conditions become favorable, suppose they want very hot weather. So when the weather becomes hot, then they get separated from here, from the parent plant, and they develop into a new plant. So this is a spore formation. This is how the plants, they reproduce. They give rise to the new plant. I hope this is clear. Budding, fragmentation and spore formation. So we have done, these are the kinds of asexual reproduction. Rest of these we will do in the next session.